one of those is called the internal thoracic artery, and that's this one that runs forward like so, and it comes to the inside of the chest. The only other place we can see that artery is inside here, and it's this red artery running down like that.
Which one is that again?
That's internal thoracic, or sometimes called internal mammary. And then coming off of that, we have these anterior intercostal arteries. Okay. All right, now other branches off of the subclavian. Let's move over to this. And now this is not showing the internal thoracics, although they would be coming off of the subclavians right about here and coming forward. But here we see the little VTC triplet. Okay, vertebral artery, thyrocervical trunk, costocervical trunk. VTC, vertebral, thyrocervical trunk, costocervical trunk.
So the vertebra is right here, right?
The vertebrals are the ones closest to the heart. And what they do is they'll come up and enter these transverse foramina of cervical vertebrae. So these are vertebral arteries here as well.
And it's left and right.
Left and right. Now, not for the lab practical book, for the written test, we saw how those vertebrals come up into the brainstem and unite to form a basilar artery. This is basilar. And we're just about to get to the circle of Willis on this model, but it doesn't show it. Okay.
Celiac trunk.
Okay, celiac trunk is going to be the first single artery off the abdominal aorta.
Where is it?
Right here, you don't really see the celiac trunk. It's so short, it's behind its three branches. But it comes out just a short ways and then branches, and it'll give rise to a common hepatic that would go to the liver, left gastric up to the stomach, splenic to the spleen. One problem I have with this image is this left gastric looks too small. Another place to see the celiac trunk is on one of the spleen and pancreas models. You want to stop your thing for a sec? Okay, are we continuing? Okay, well here's the spleen, and the spleen lives way over on the left side. There's the pancreas, fitting right here. So on this is the celiac trunk coming off the aorta. Right there. You didn't see that on here, but you did see the three branches. So this little small one is the left gastric. This is common hepatic, and that's splenic. So that's the celiac trunk, and then it's three branches. Next, we'll encounter the superior mesenteric artery.
Mesenteric artery.
Big single artery. And that comes out in branches to supply all the small intestine and about the first half of the large intestine. We then go to suprarenal arteries going to the adrenal glands. And then this would be suprarenal veins coming back. Below those, we'd have renal artery and renal vein go into the kidneys. Below those, we'd have gonadal arteries. These are the two gonadals. That one's cut. This one goes down into the pelvis. Now, for the gonadal veins, these are the gonadal veins here and here. But notice over here on the left side, this gonadal nearly always drains into this right renal. That's because the inferior vena cava sits so far on this side. Over here on this side, the gonadal can come in like that. Okay, now coming down the aorta, here's the inferior mesenteric. Then the aorta divides into right and left common iliacs. And there would be common iliac till we see a branch like right here or right here. That then gives rise to internal iliacs that stay into the pelvis. And then the external iliacs that'll continue on out. And as soon as the external iliacs emerge onto the thigh, like we see here, we call it femoral.
Right. So
That's it?
that's it. Oh wow.
That's pretty much it for that.
Good.
Yeah.